Hey, 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 hey. Okay, I had to get this review out before episode 3 airs tonight so we can review that tomorrow and be nice and caught up on House of Villains. Now, look, I watched House of Villains last week, episode 2, and at first I thought, this kind of seems like a filler episode. But when I watched it the second time, I said, oh no, this is the part that later at the beginning they're going to show us these parts because these are going to lead to situations. So let's get into it. So, on episode 1, we left with Safari sitting in the chair with a jacket Peter's gonna chase him about. Because I'm like, oh my god, he's just gonna go to First City on us in this in this heat. I mean, no one else seems to need a fur but him. But anyway, maybe they have the central air blasting. I don't know. But anyway, so um we come in. So remember we left off Candy Muse. Brandy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, cuz? How you doing? Susan, how you doing? When we left off on the end of episode 1, Candy is going in on Safari. She's telling him, you nothing without Nicki Minaj. You've been chasing a name. Now, I'm throwing in some ad libs, but she was like, you've been chasing a name since you've been showing every part of your body and you still ain't nobody. You've been, so we've been, and they like, that's where they left us off at the end of episode 1. But when we get into episode 2, they're walking in, and it seems like everybody else is more aggravated with Safari than Candy is. But then they show us Candy sitting down with Wes and Safari, and they breaking it down. Well, really, Safari kind of, I don't know. Safari to me is looking for a spinoff show, but he's not giving us anything. He never gives you enough that you want a whole. I don't want a whole show about Safari. I could care less. Safari could be running around with no clothes on a whole show, and I'd be thinking, I don't want to watch this. I don't need 30 minutes of Safari doing this. But like I said, so she's kind of calm. They tell her the plan and that the plan was originally to save her. But she like, hey, I still gotta win. I'm trying to win this challenge. I'm get redemption. I'm gonna win the challenge. That's my goal. So they go ahead. Teresa is in the kitchen cooking. And at first, when I watched the first episode, I didn't really pay attention. The first time, I'm sorry, when I watched this episode the first time, I didn't really pay attention when Teresa was making the French toast or whatever, right? But when I went back the second time, I said, no, you better put that in your notes. Because that French toast, and y'all know why, and if you watch it, you know why I'm gonna say this. But that French toast, y'all, I didn't see in that when she was dipping it just looked like eggs with a little milk in it. I said, where's some cinnamon? Is there anything in it? What's French in the toast? That's like egg toast to me. I mean, but that's just me. But she put it on there, and I was like, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. And once again, do you all remember last season? For those who watched the show last season, do y'all remember what I told y'all about Johnny Bananas when I said, hey, Johnny Bananas knows how to play the game. See, all these people are reality stars, but they've never been in like a competition. And some, because y'all know how they do reality stars. I don't care if they're on How to Be a Millionaire or if they're on Jeopardy. They always go easy on them. It's the most simplest questions you've ever heard. So I don't know why they do that to stars or reality stars or whoever. B-listers, Z-listers, they always get it easy. So these people aren't used to competing like this. So they say stuff like, I'm gonna break a nail. My hair can't get wet. That's what they gonna say. So Wes know how to play the game, and he knows how to manipulate, and he knows how to look for the weak and all this. So he's good, but they gotta watch Wes. They have to watch Wes, but they're not. They're not. Some of them gonna trust Wes. Some aren't. Some aren't. But you know what I already said about what's his name from Survivor? Oh, what is the guy's name on here this season? I can't think of his name right this second. But he's on to Wes. He's already got Wes in his back pocket. Now, y'all hold on. When Janice Dickerson came out, y'all know who I thought it was? Caitlyn Jenner. When she first walked out, I said, "Why is Caitlyn Jenner here?" And then I come up the name on the bottom. It was like Janice. And I had to look. She opened up and I said, "Oh yeah, that's Janice." Janice, that. How many surgeries has Janice Dickerson had? She is the true example of just girl. Stop being so vain. Stop, because you're destroying yourself, just like Caitlyn Jenner. Because if you dare to say the original name, like you didn't grow up saying Bruce Jenner, I'm saying your whole life. We could separate them like they're two different people, but it's hard sometimes. But you were fine, and you kept having plastic surgery. You just couldn't stop until you messed yourself up. And now I see Janice Janice Dickinson went too far, but she came in there and all I could think when she walked in was when her and Omarosa got into it on what was that? Surreal Life? Was that Surreal Life they were on? I can't remember which one that was they were on together. Was it Surreal Life or some little celebrity show, like reality celebrity show? But I remember when they got into it. But anyway, Janice Dickinson comes in to let them know what their challenge is. And their challenge is basically to go out on the streets, get signatures to save yourself. The person with the most signatures, they win a redemption challenge. You know what I'm saying? So they safe. They safe from elimination. So now mind you, in this redemption challenge that they got to do, you really just got to give yourself. You know what I mean? And just, hey, walk up to people. And if you such a star, because all these people, even people on the internet, like social media, if they got popularity and all this, they think they're a star. Prove it. You walking down the street, people should just be like, oh my God, that's Danny. Hold on, Miss. Would you sign mine too? Here, selfie. That's what my girl Candy went out there and did. See, Candy went straight into character, so automatically you're gonna know who that is when you see him, especially if you're a RuPaul fan. And there are millions of RuPaul fans. I'm one of them. I love that show. So you're gonna know who the people are, especially when they're in their costume. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, oh, in their character. You're gonna, oh my God. Anyway, so she goes on the street. She's doing that. She knows just how to do it. She's going up to people, but she's stalling time because everybody want a selfie. You know what I'm saying? But she's getting it. She's getting it because she's getting more than one signature from these people getting selfies. She's getting it. Larissa, y'all. First of all, y'all, Larissa's, like I said, Larissa's chest, her tickle bitties, they enter the room before her. They're 2 steps ahead of her, even in her shadow. They're just always really far ahead of her. But anyway, she's walking down the street and she always has on something that either barely fits or I don't know. I don't know with Larissa. Larissa is Larissa, and she should have really stayed who she was. But she once again, another woman chasing this perception of beauty, this perception of a way to be sexualized. We don't want to get to it. I'm not gonna get too deep with Larissa on this show, but she comes out like that. Now she's walking down the street, and I'm thinking she should just go around like jiggling it, like walking around, shaking it and stuff, since that's how you dress. She should be walking up like, hey, does anybody want a picture? But now, one, she has to know everybody's not going to be into it like that. You know what I mean? With how she is. Because she made herself like that. It's not even who she is. It's how she made herself. So she walking around telling people, oh, this is for cancer. I'm doing this for breast cancer. I said, what did she say? Breast cancer? As you sit with these artificial boobs you put on your body and had several surgeries. And this the outfit you came out to pump in? I said, no, she won't. No, she won't. And I won't watch her do it in October. Not in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Then she that didn't work. Then she said she was doing it for the veterans. That didn't work. I said, girl, you are naming some of the biggest things that people will donate for. And people are like, yuck. like which veterans are you talking about? They literally, I mean, I felt sorry for her at one point. I said, why didn't she just walk up on a bunch of men who were staring and gawking at her? That's what she should have did. She should have looked around and read the room. She should have said, oh, wait a minute. He's over there drooling. He's over there looking like he wants to take a picture. And she should have been running over there. She should have grabbed some little props. And she could have made it work, but she didn't. She didn't make it work. She just was walking around looking sad with this sign in front. I said, what is she doing? What is Larissa doing? Victoria, now I'm not gonna lie, Victoria went out there, she did it, but once again, y'all know Victoria. First of all, Victoria really wants to be in a pageant. That's what I think. But she's playing the game too. Don't sleep on her. I'm watching her. She's playing the game because one, she's using that, I'm a princess and I'm a girl and I'm a girlsy girl and pretty, pretty. And I'm just, you know what I mean? And then I'm a little, but then she's telling you, like, I'm really not that. I'm really not that. I'm really not that. But I think her and Safari are going to hook up because I'm already convinced that Safari and New York hooked up before, before the show. So that's nothing. See, Safari's playing the game in the way Safari plays all the games on every show he's on and everything he's done since we've known who Safari is. He uses his privates, his body, in that to get women. So like he get them hooked, get them sexually, get them. Yeah, he's that dude. He's yeah, he's that guy. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have much. Hmm. I don't want to talk about Safari too bad, but Safari is a character, but a brain he doesn't seem to have one too much of. But yeah, like I said, I know Safari because when Safari in New York was standing in that kitchen talking. Now I'm just trying to figure out how you could be talking about your fiance 1 second. A guy just say, let's just say you cute, and suddenly you almost reconsidering, am I engaged still? I said, New York, you know what? I know you and Safari hooked up. I said, Safari is for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Safari, oh, he is definitely a fuck boy. Safari is a pass around. Safari is the type of dude who like girls fighting over him and still sleeping with. Like Safari, he gives me strap it up, please, sir vibes. Like he gives me if tomorrow he couldn't get it up, he wouldn't know what to do with his life. He just Safari just nah. I don't care too much for Safari either. So Wes and Camilla form a little union. I said, wait a minute, Camilla forming a union with everybody. Because that's they do. Everybody's just trying to cover their own ass. It's one winner. It's not like it's a two-way split. It's not like, you know what? Now, if you win and you want to split it with everybody, you go ahead and do that. You go ahead and do that. But otherwise, it's one winner. So, you know what I mean? People are really just trying to get themselves down to the point where it's just going to be the bottom three, really. And then it's whoever wins. You know what I mean? But so they go to do the challenge. And right before they come in, New York is sitting there telling them, like, man, I just woke up and I had a dream. Candy walked in and was like, I won. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. They walk in. Candy come in, and of course she let us know. We won. I won. I'm safe. I'm safe, bitches. Now they about to go up against each other. Y'all, New York said it's because she already has these little intuitions, these powers, and nobody knew. And she just then how come she didn't know that she was going to never win on Flavor of Love? How come she didn't know that what's his name? Chance from Real Chance Love, in my opinion. He wasn't interested in women. How come she didn't see that? Somebody tell me that. How come she didn't see that? How come she didn't see her mama was gonna come on the show that she had when she had I Love New York and end up messing with one of the dudes from her show? She didn't see that. But that's enough on that. But anyway, she's a psychic. So later on, right before they going up for the elimination, Larissa and Victoria, they get into it with each other. And y'all, they don't get into it. First of all, half of what Larissa was saying to her, I was like, wait, what? What is she saying? But when Larissa got mad, was when Victoria said, F the Cowboys. Was it the Cowboys? Wait, I do not want to mess up her team. Because, honey, I don't want Larissa saying nothing to me about it. Wait a minute. Let's make sure. What did she say? What school? Wait a minute. What was it? What team was it? Oh, my goodness. I know I had to write it. Oh, it's the Raiders. Sorry, it wasn't the Cowboys, y'all. Sorry, any Cowboys fans. No, not the Cowboys. It was the Raiders. She said after Raiders, that girl went bananas. When I tell y'all she went bananas, she Larissa went so crazy. I said, "Oh my God, Larissa about to catch her fourth case. She about to catch her fourth case for the Raiders, y'all." I'm starting to wonder if she got some stock, some something with them. Does she have some? Did she buy a little bit of the Raiders? Why is she this invested with it? I mean, I understand being a fan, but dang, sheesh Louise, she just doing too much. Wait, Charles, Safari dressed Richard up. That was his name earlier. I couldn't think of it. Richard. Richard was on West. He's on West to West game. He know because he's played that kind of game. He was in Survivor. He know, but Safari dressed Richard up, and I was like, "What is he dressing him up as? A '70s pimp? What is this he got?" I said, "This is worse than when last season Johnny Bananas came down in the what did he come down in outfit like Bobby likes. He had on like the cut off shirt and the leather pants. Like he came out like that." And I said, "Wait a minute, Richard came out like a '60s pimp." Hmm. I said, "What is this?" And those were Safari's clothes. I said, "So Safari dresses like a '60s pimp." I just didn't get it. I didn't get the niceness in the outfit or anything. I said, "Is it a joke? Are you?" And Richard, did y'all see the way he was walking when he had the outfit? I said, "Yep, he's a '60s pimp." Yeah, I can see it all through the game. So like I said, they end up going into the elimination, and they giving their little uh speeches. Y'all, once again, Larissa, I'm gonna tell you, you done did all this work on you, but you have not worked. I mean, they haven't gave her anyone to help her. So I mean, I didn't understand half of what she said. I didn't understand half of what she said, but I knew what what was funny when she made up that Larissa Bible verse. I said, "Wait," she said, and it said the Bible say. I said, "What the Bible say?" And then she said something. I said, "Wait, what she say? Let me run this back." I ran it back 4 times. I said, "I don't know where this came from." Then she, when they made a joke, she said she made it up. I said, "Oh, she showed it," because I never heard that, and I don't know the Bible like that, but I know that didn't come up out of it. I know that didn't. Richard is just who Richard is. He playing that same game. But see, I'm telling you, I thought it this week. Richard's gonna end up in that bottom three or bottom five. I don't know if he'll make it to the bottom three. I don't, but I kind of think he does because, like I said, once again, they know how to play this game. They know this competitive game. They know how to play it. They know how to get people on your team. And look at Richard. They love him. Who has a problem with him? But I promise you, because like I said, this wasn't a filler episode. So it was really leading you to stuff that's gonna happen later, I could tell. And so Wes is gonna be on Richard. But he's probably gonna play nice guy. They might get into it. I don't know. Who knows? But they're gonna be on each other. That's why Richard let him know. I know your game. I just ain't said nothing. Remember, he said that to him. He said, "I know your game. I just ain't said nothing." So Richard, I feel like Richard and Wes are either gonna come together and have a whole let's break down people, get people with us, but act like we hate. They either gonna come together and be villains. Because remember, this is House of Villains. This is not House of Nice People. So they either gonna come together like that, or they're gonna be against each other and they're gonna form groups that are basically trying to break down to get one of the other out. You know what I'm saying? So, but here's the thing. Remember, Camilla's in a alliance with Wes and with Richard because she made one with Richard day one. And then she made one with Wes on this, which really probably is like day 2 or 3. You never know in the filming because it's all edited. But yeah, like I said, yeah, Richard is, but he knows how to play the game. So he might make it far. He might, or because remember, if in the House of Villains, if they play it right, the competitors you get rid of. So if you got a chance to get Wes up out of there and he in there, get him out. Forget that I need him right now. Get him out. Because what you'll learn if you watch any shows like, especially like the shows West be on or Survivor and stuff like that, if you Big Brother, any of, if you watch it, people always make the mistake and they underestimate sometimes and they keep people. Like, I'm gonna save them. I need them. I need them till later. And they end up, that same person end up getting you up out of there. You know why? Because they know that you have a plan to get them one day. So now you get one of those people in the box, you off with their head. You make a group that'll get them out, and then you better hope your group do it. Because if they don't, trust me, if that person get out, they coming back for you. But so, like I said, Larissa gives her speech, but oh yeah, Victoria gives hers first, and of course it's a pageant girl speech. I should have wore my tiara for it because it's a pageant girl speech. She gives it to us. Larissa lets us know she can't stand her, and then some other stuff. I have no other idea what she said, but and trust me, I talk fast, so sometimes people can't understand what I say. But Hunty, I didn't understand. I did not understand. I did not understand what she said, but I knew she didn't like Victoria. It boiled down to that. That was the conclusion. But anyway, they go in to vote. When everybody's going in to vote, now remember, Richard want Victoria gone. That's who he want, and that's why he with West. He had to let West know because West want Victoria to stay. He want Victoria to stay. And Safari wanted Victoria to stay. He can't vote, because he in the chair, but he would have definitely voted her in. But anyway, they all go in and vote. And Larissa is the first villain to go. So I didn't even put my thumbnail up because I want to put an X over Larissa, and then she will be the first. She will be the first villain X'd off of our boxes of villains on the thumbnail. So she was the first to go, and I was kind of glad. I was like, please get rid of her because she's really not doing anything. She's just in here, and I need her gone. I need her gone. So Larissa was the first one gone, but I really feel like this episode had a lot of little pockets that you later on gonna see. Later on, we're gonna see that this was the beginning of whatever's gonna go on with Richard and Wes. Later on, we're gonna see that Safari's sleeping with all the girls. Um, he's got Victoria. He had New York. He's been to New York. We'll say that. And what else? What else happened on this episode? I think like because they kept showing us Camilla like making the alliance with Wes, things like that. I think later either she's gonna be the one we thought was an underdog who makes it further, or people are gonna be like, you know what, she's rubbing elbows with too many people. It's time to get rid of her. So I felt like this episode was really an episode that later will be when we watch the season back, you'll be like, this episode was telling us a lot. I really feel like that with this episode. And then I think it's going to be a love triangle in my predictions between Wes, Safari, and Victoria. I just feel it in my reality show heart. I feel it. I feel there's going to be that in there in my predictions. Wes is still in my bottom three that I believe going to make it to the bottom three. I think Wes going to make it there. Right now, I'm thinking Wes, Candy, Richard. Like that seemed like a pocket, but then that's just calling who I believe the strongest are. I believe that Candy is super strong in a way. Like I just think that she's gonna be a fight this one. I really do. I do because I think that really this is easier than when she was on RuPaul's. Because remember they gonna do challenges on RuPaul. They gonna so like I said this yeah, I definitely see her in the bottom three. I do. I see those three right now. So I'm gonna stick with them right now because that's what I'm seeing, especially off this episode. But I feel like it's some underdogs. I think Camilla's gonna be a underdog, and I hope I get to pronouncing her name right because I'm gonna keep calling her Camilla. I am, So we know what? No, we not. What we gonna call it? C Meal. That's our new name for C Meal. So that's what I'm talking about. Bad Girls Club. So C Meal. I think she's gonna be either a silent threat, or she's gonna end up everybody turning on her because they think I don't know, because you got to remember on these shows when they're editing and everything else, they're setting it up to have a bad guy, a love couple, so the editing is going to fit that too. That's why sometimes you're going to be toward the end of filming, but it's on the beginning episode. You get what I mean? So yeah, I have a feeling. But I see that, like I said, Safari passing it around. Shoot, he might even give it to Richard. I don't know. He just seems to want to give it to everybody. I don't know. I don't know with Safari. I just think he's definitely hot. And I mean in every way. Safari is attractive. His body is definitely hot. But I think he's hot and horny. But that's the hot I was talking about, y'all. So I see that. I see Victoria crying at least. We should call her Victoria. But see, that's too close to bacteria. So we call her like Vic Cryia or something. I don't know, but something with crying. Because she is worse than sobbing. Robin, I mean, I think she has cried or flared up. Already, we on episode 2, and I've seen her cry enough that I'm tired of her crying. That's why I said she's trying to use that damsel in distress. I'm a princess, and guys, I don't want to leave you. I don't know you. Like when she first episode, I can't leave yet. You haven't seen me in a swimsuit, girl. Are we at a pageant? We got to see her in the swimsuit part. I cannot, Victoria. I wish we could do like when Paris Hilton had a show. Remember, she had her reality show for those who watch reality like crazy. And at the end, she'd have her little ceremonies, and each one was of some type of show. Give me the one for her where you send her home, because I need her to go on that carpet and somebody say, TTYN. That's what Paris Hilton would say, TTYN. Talk to you never. Girl, I still say that to this day. People, when I'm done with somebody, it's TTYN. Oh, baby, I ain't got to tell them. They know. Talk to you never. But yeah, so like I said, Larissa went home. We're gonna see what happens tonight, because we definitely will be covering it tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be all caught up on the episode. So, like I said, that was a review of season 2, episode 2 of House of Villains. Like I said, if you watched it once and you're like, oh, it's kind of watch it again. Because I'm telling you, it's leading you to what this season is about to be. It really is. Episode 1 just showed us who they were. They gave us a taste of a fire, but this one lets you know, like, these are the alliances are being set left, right, sideways, with people that are against people, and on top of the alliances being set, on here, none of them are trustworthy. None of them. Every villain they got on here will push each other off the bridge just so they can be the last one standing. So it's good. New York is probably gonna go home soon. I can see it. I can feel it. They're gonna give her. I think they're gonna give her either she's gonna go home on the episode the same. No, because she made it 3 episodes last season. So that means she would go home or be in the bottom 3. I know she's gonna be in the bottom 3. I can feel it. No matter what happens, unless she wins, whatever they do, she's gonna be in the bottom 3. I know it. They're gonna pick her. They picking her because of what she did on the first episode. That's why I said this is gonna be a great season. I can feel it. It's gonna have more fire than last season had, more drama. I can feel it. I can feel it. So I'm here for it. Like I said, if you watch that episode once, watch it again. Watch it again, because it's what's gonna tell you the season. I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. But yes, please have a good one. Please watch the show tonight on E! House of Villains episode 3, because we will be reviewing it tomorrow. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to hit that like button. To those who come in later, thank you for coming in. Leave a comment. Tell me who you think right now are going to be in the bottom 3. Just your prediction. Maria, how you doing? Tell me who you think are going to be in the bottom 3. Like right now, if you watch the show, who do you think is going to be there? Right now. That doesn't mean they will, but in my feelings, like I said, Kandi, Richard, and Wes. Those are my 3. That's who I feel like. And Wes, I said on day 1, because 1, I know how it is with those people from the Real World Challenge. And Wes done won 3 times. They got to know how to play the game. You don't got to know how to be a friend. You don't got to know how to be a good guy. You got to know how to play the game. That's why he's here on House of Villains. So Wes is definitely going to be in the bottom 3 unless somebody's smart and they win and they get him in there and they get the house to take him out. If they don't do that, Wes, just like Johnny Bananas, he's going to be in the bottom 3. I guarantee. Cree, how you doing? Maria, how you doing? Have a good one. I just seen her. Have a good one. Have a great day at work. But everyone have a good one. I'm actually going to go live. I hate to put this on this one, but I'm going to go live later just to talk to everybody since I'm sitting here. I haven't talked with everybody and chit-chatted and ran our mouths, so I definitely want to do that. But I had to get this out because tonight the 3rd episode comes on. So Enjoy, hit that like button, and leave me your bottom 3 in the comments. See ya.